Okay, so if you're just tuning in, this is DABest melee analysis you'll ever damn see. And my name is Austin, or DAB, and we're going to be looking at a set that my good friend Brandon, better known as Cookie, leader of RCS, Recursion Studios, asked me to look at. It's on a matchup that I widely avoid nowadays. As a Sheik main, I found playing against Ice Climbers to be a futile endeavor, but mostly because there are certain stages like FD and, in my opinion, Dreamland and a couple other ones that really makes it super hard for you to win in a 3 out of 5 because you can't ban those troublesome stages. And I think that you can simplify a lot of your life by picking up another character for it, whether it be Fox, Falcon, Ganondorf, Yoshi, Peach, Martha. It can be anybody. Sheik has problems in this matchup. So we're going to try to help him out, find out he really wants to continue with this matchup and make it work for him. So without further ado, he's playing against another Georgia local player in friendlies. This is not tournament. By the name of Gavin, I want to say. So I think they start on Battlefield. And again, before my stream cut out, we had analyzed part of the first part. So I'm going to keep it a little bit brief until we get to the parts that we hadn't been to. So Brandon is this lovely looking guy right here. And I think that might be Gavin. He looks pretty intent on it. But it's going to be Sheik, Ice Climbers. Yeah, immediately reset that FD, please. So people who have done really well in this matchup that I've seen recently has been Spark. He's actually done super well. He's beaten Nintendo, I think, twice now at locals. Winning on Dreamland especially has been impressive to me. So standard start off. If you don't know my style, I like to look back at things a lot. Drug Fox used to do that all the time. So does the needles, but then throws them this way, and then comes down with an aerial, catches them. So that's okay, but the shield right afterwards is what really gives me pause. So this shield is just asking for them to just turn around and grab you. Shielding doesn't really save you from much. If you get down smashed away, that's actually good for you. So if you shield in positions like this, then you're asking to get solo chain grabbed into wobble, which is completely guaranteed. Again, with the weak backer is usually safe unless they're doing only ASDI down. If you didn't know, at low percent, the CCing a move that does super low knockback will almost always. There's a list of moves they send you at the Sakurai angle, but you can't CC them at low percent. They have to deal 40 or maybe it's 70 base knockback. So, but since he did not, he gets popped up into the air and then falls on the ground afterwards. All right. Playing it safe, but here you sort of commit to coming down in the middle. Like, you already used your double jump here, so you can't actually make it to the top platform unless you air dodged. So I'd say that's a risk. If he had just stayed on the ground, you might have gotten hit. Alright, good up air. I would like to see either moving up to this position. So you could either stop, wait, and tilt, which loses to him jumping and up airing, or you could walk forward a little bit and then do a shield drop fair, or jump fair, or another shield drop up air. Up to you, but you still create a little bit of distance, which is good. He's getting run around a little bit. Alright, I talked about this before, but this type of situation is really good. You do some sick drift here, where you run to the edge of the platform, get the teeter, or you waveland off, and then immediately hold back this way, and you have full momentum this way, which is great, because Sheik has very little good momentum. But right afterwards, you get into a sort of a panic situation. He stuffs your dash attack. I don't know why you dash attacked. It's very dangerous. But at the same time, you do double jab into down smash, and both of those things are not safe. If he hadn't light shielded there, he would have grabbed you for sure. And if he had crouch canceled the jabs, he would have grabbed you. If you had hit him with down smash, he might have been able to stay on the stage instead of getting pushed off. But regardless, that is not a safe way to go about that interaction. So, Band-Aid situation. It'll work on this level of Ice Climber, but it will not work on a lot later. I like your movement there, going fast. you caught him with a forward tilt because he got tripped up. He probably actually went for a grab there. So it was a good forward tilt. I think it's good. It loses to them waiting, but they don't want to wait. Their Nana's falling off stage. And there, I would have hit Popo, but that's the KK way to do it. If you watch KK versus I want to say it wasn't Chew-Dad. It might have been Nintendo Dad in Apex. He only goes for ICs, so you have to decide whether you want to go straight for ICs and get that edge guard 100%, which you can do, or get Nana. So there was an unfortunate SD over there, and now you're getting chain grabbed. Let's find out why you got chain grabbed. So you're chasing, did a dash attack that 0 can turn into a 0 to 60 Sopo chain grab. If it's not 60, then he forward smashes you earlier. So he displays that he knows the chain grab, and he misses the DI away. You should file that away in your memory banks. I hope you do that for later. I think earlier I talked about this tech chase and why it was sort of understandable you didn't know he would be landing here. But at any point you would actually want to be here even if he was on the ledge, because his ledge dash only goes to about here before he's invincible. But you dash all the way up here. And what I hope you guys can see the cursor because I'm doing a lot of pointy motions. But a strong way for people to initiate a tech chase is to wave dash at a certain spacing that they know is good. So for Sheik in this position, the wave dash would be around where the side platform is, and you want to end up just outside of their get up attack range, because then you can just jump dash forward if they do get up or roll back, and you have more options too. The wave dash allows you to get to that spacing as fast as you otherwise normally usually would. That is a lot of words, but it allows you to get there about the same time, but at the end of it, you have no lag. You're in walk. Like you can either hold forward to walk, you can stop moving, you can shield. You're completely actionable coming out of a wave dash. The only problem is that you have 10 frames of lag, but you're moving during those 10 frames. So if you wave dash to right here, then you have perfect setup. All right, let me check to make sure that everything's working. Every move is unsafe except spaced aerials and aerial needles. See, even spaced aerials aren't exactly safe. They usually have a net negative on your momentum. See, if they're at low percent, then they get to force a mix-up on you, or you completely run away. And unless they're not catching you when you run away, then you don't get it. It's just that you don't have to fuck with crouch into dash. Yes, but also the crouch has lag on it. You have 7 frames of crouch before you can actually do anything. Other than, I think you can smash attack or attack, but you can't do other movements. Because the starting crouch animation takes 7 frames. Is wave dash better than canceling run with crouch? I'd say it is, because it allows you have momentum going towards them, and again, you can continue walking with full momentum towards them. And if you walk the other direction, it's not that bad, and you can dash in the other direction very easily. I see it a lot of times with Fox players, Marth especially. Just a lot of characters are better out of their wave dash than they are with their dash, and it's an easier decision to make. You can wave dash early and then plan out the spacing that you want to be at and go for that angle, instead of having to react and make. See, you want to make it so that your fingers don't have to do anything while your mind is reacting. You want it to be easy for you to pay attention only to the reaction and then execute what you want to do afterwards. If you have to crouch and then while you're in the crouch animation, you see the reaction and your brain says to do something, but you're in some part of the crouch, and then you can get your inputs mixed up. So I'd say it's a cleaner setup than doing the run and crouch. Crouch into dash is also harder, so it just puts you into a standing state, which is just as good as crouching. Like the crouch on knockdown is only great when you are executing and you know that you want that one grab. But here you might want the down smash, you might want other things, and I think it's just cleaner. So we're going to continue. I'm glad everything's still working. And I agree, most moves at low percent are unsafe, but you get to hit Ice Climbers out of their movement a lot. So let's see how this works out. Okay. You get a kill off of stuffing him, and then he doesn't crouch cancel the jab. If you crouch cancel the jab, he could actually down smash you. But I like going for space jabs anyways. They're more safe than most things. And catching him with the aerial is actually pretty hard at higher percents. And I talked about this before, but here you get the full charge of needles. You get a good shield bait. He does a laggy move, but you didn't let fly with the needles. You shielded after the roll. So I don't know if that was because you were already planning on going to the platform, or if you just want to do that. So that's 11%, and you can basically come get the same needles that you would get once you jump up here. You can get that same needle set. Like, you could camp top platform and get 5 needles real quick, and if they try to challenge you up there, it's battlefield, so they have to use their double jump, and so you can avoid them fairly easily. So getting the full charge of needles, Sycorax might correct me on this, but I think that needles unstale your moves. They are a projectile, so maybe they don't. So if you wanna double check me on that, please let me know. But if it does unstale your moves, which I believe it does 18% maximum. Most of it usually to Nana, because she's in front, and then unstales your moves, which is important because you need your moves to start launching Nana far. Sheik's biggest problem is that at 0, she doesn't have any moves that separate them. She only has up B and 2 hits of down smash and multiple needles. So that's all you have to separate them. So good luck getting an up B in neutral. That's my favorite cheese. So here he goes for a needle setup, which limits their movement but doesn't really hit them. It didn't have any chance of hitting them. And then you do the runoff fair. It would be better to shield drop here or Isaiah drop. If you Isaiah dropped here, you would have better spacing and you wouldn't lose to as many dashbacks and shields. So I also think that this fair is just indicative of aggressive Sheik. I do it a lot, and it used to be a hallmark of my gameplay, but it's very predictable and it's easy for them to react to you dashing forward. So it gives them an earlier reaction point where you're dashing off the platform. They know that you are basically going to fair. I'd also say that here you want to do the delayed nair. Delayed nair is better at low percents for splitting them up, and although it's a little bit more finicky, at the same time making sure you auto cancel hitting both shields is really bad. And again, you do the band-aid jab down smash, which is not safe. He could have grabbed you and killed you right here. You're losing to, and he only has 13% at that point. Down smash also, same thing. They can wobble you for that. Alright, he should have wobbled you for that too. Every down smash on shield is not safe. He should be able to wave dash out of shield, grab you right there. And then because you're at 60%, you wouldn't get wobbled off of it, but at the same time, he gets 2 solid hits, which might send you off stage. Here, I like the attempt on Nana. You get the good fair, and then you immediately need to move as fast as possible to get down here and stop her when she jumps, because she's going to jump. Instead, you run off and go for a fair. So she didn't even have to jump, apparently. So maybe you were correct, but at the same time, what you did was very risky, and I would advise not doing that. You can do a lot of other setups and then delay an aerial that will hit them. Because right here, if you burn your double jump and you get clipped by any smash attack, like Sopo comes up and just forward smashes right there. Even if Nana didn't hit you, the forward smash would straight up kill you. Same with down smash. And dying at 60 to a smash attack is exactly what Sheik has to avoid in this type of matchup. So he gives you a ledge and somehow desyncs his Nana. So at this point, it looks like he's very not clean at doing the up airs. He lets you sort of have it your way with his Nana. You do 2 dash attacks. So right now, I'd say that dash attack is one of your primary methods of hitting Nana into a combo. But I'd say that dash attack is one of the more laggy options. I forget exactly how much lag it has, but it has almost as much as grab. So you having something with that much lag means that if he didn't just shield here, instead he immediately wave dashed, he could be on top of you by the time that you come out of that and you are fighting this Nana, and she's not even vulnerable right now. So if he was here, think about how much different of a situation this could be. Instead, you get another dash attack, which doesn't actually lead to anything. You have to avoid Popo. And again, this is sort of risky. If he uses a down smash, your back air does not clean beat it. Down smash will hit you there and you will die. So again, that's really risky. +0 on shield late nair. Yeah, the latest possible nair is the best pressure against them because it, one, does the most damage, has a knockback angle that's more upwards. It hits more vertical. So if you hit them at low percent Nana with that, or Popo even, then they don't get to the ground. And the thing that you want to do is cut their feet off. Like, they have spikes in their shoes, right? You want to cut the suction cups, the little spikes, from the ground. You want to get them out of there. And again, Nair does more damage and splits them up. And also, it's probably not going to be as stale. Again, I keep talking about staleness, but your fair being stale is really bad because after it's staled 3 times, if you hit them 3 times, which is only hitting Nana and Popo once, and then either of them again, then it's actually not it's not safe on shield from a lot of other positions. Like, a lot of times when you do fair, then just because of how ice climbers are, they have 2 shields. Pat, 47. We get the double shields can make your fair hit higher. And if you've ever labbed Sheik fair timings on shields, you can get a 0 frame advantage fair if you do the latest possible L canceled fair. But at the same time, the auto cancel one hits higher up and allows you to space better. But at the same time, Jazz, I'm not ass. Get the fuck out of here, dude. But shoutouts to Jazz. Jazz is just salty about not seeing me. He loves me way too much. Alright. But I'm getting nerdy about fairs right now. And I know Jared loves that stuff. He likes that shit. Shoutouts to Jared, dude. But the auto-canceled fair is usually, -1 on shield. But if it's staled, and it stales to the next percent level, at base it does 13. And 13% moves after 1 stale, they do 12. And 12 is not safe, my dog. It is not safe. So, you gotta watch out for when you've been using fair. And that's why pummels and stuff really help out. And you have to be careful with your shield pressure. So the late nair helps you, again, pop them up. It does more damage. It is safer on shield. And it helps you mitigate the stale factor, because you're going to be using fair a lot. So, again, with weak bears as well. If it's stale, you can't use it on their shield. Okay. So, let's go back into it. I'm going to start up the video. Alright. So, you come out of that hairy situation at advantage. I think you wanted to hit Nana. You're still in the mindset of hitting Nana, and you really have to recognize that you got this knockdown and you need to execute on it. So what I would want you to do is either dash forward or dash for 1 frame, jump cancel, wave dash to right here. And then you can throw out an F tilt that will catch him if he did no tech, and it will catch Nana guaranteed, and you shouldn't be punished for it. But instead you fair for it. I'm guessing you thought you'd make it. But if you watched a little bit, you were a little bit slow on the jump. So I don't know if you wanted to jump immediately or what. But if you had fared immediately as you jumped, you actually would have hit her. So I don't know if that's your intention. Okay. Space jab. Even if this was an F tilt, it wouldn't be safe. And again, you engaged in the delinquency. This is just all bad for you, because there are so many ways that this goes wrong. If they down smash, you lose to it. Down smash has enough frames out there that they can just either do it again or jab afterwards. I think that syncs up. And you get the down smash, but at the same time, you don't get that much off of it. They're at a percent where you could F tilt, and my favorite is up tilt, but I'm pretty sure it bops him out of CC at this percent. Maybe I'm hallucinating and it's more like 70. Regardless, down smash was pretty good. Nana's at super high percent, as you can see. She got super high. And here you jab, Popo shield, and then go for another down smash. So habits that I've picked up so far for you, not even talking about all this general Ices versus Sheik stuff, is that things that you can improve right now is fewer dash attacks and instead moving closer to them and using rising aerials, or cutting out this monkey business with down smashing, because it'll get you hit. Because your jab is very unsafe on shield. He could have grabbed it anyways, but he grabbed you out of the 5 frames of down smash startup. And then he gets a wobble off of it. That was good. There was a lot of time to mash out here, but you are at 73. And he could technically do the pummel and throw you afterwards. If this was gas money, he would totally wait and then pummel you here. Because once they start the pummel, they can buffer a down throw out of it, and there's no way for you to get out. So he gets that. It shouldn't work at this percent. If you noticed, you were at 73. Around 60 or so, it's been said to me, is that he can't re-grab you if you DI straight up. So if instead you did no DI or behind him, he could technically F-smash you or back air you or up smash, but you wouldn't get wobbled, and that's important. So you could also slight DI like this way, but you just want to mash jump. And if you have questions about mashing jump, let me know. I have the best way possible for you to do it. I know this shit. Alright, you getting wobbled. So it looks like you weren't thinking about it, and so I'm glad that you wanted me to analyze the set, but at the same time, I don't think you were devoting your entire mental faculties to it. Going back into it, very aggressive dash attack while you're at 0. You could die. Don't do that. Alright. He puts his Nana in a very bad position, and you have an opportunity to execute. Here, I would either go for an F tilt or grab instead of down smash. Again, you're being lazy on your punish. You gotta get your grabs while you can. And engaging in this type of situation is also what I like to do. Brandon, we are so much alike. It's crazy. You play this aggressive. Do you fastball before the late nair or just drop and do it? You should fastball it, but the most important thing is that you hit it the last possible. So if you fastball and you know that that fastball timing is good for you, and you know how to execute that and you'll get it 100%, then do it. And that's what you should do. But if you don't know the fastball timing, don't try to force it, because if you mess it up, you're getting grabbed. Alright. So, again, Brandon here, let me go back to it. Brandon goes to a sort of dash dance and tries to go for a dash dance read. So, Sheik is good at these spacings, but at the same time, you just grabbed from all the way over here, and he didn't have to do any of this. He's just a Sopo who's up, and he doesn't have to do all that. And if he gets the grab, again, you're going to 60. You stand to lose 50% or so. So these types of risks are huge, and you should be losing matches for engaging in this, because there isn't even an over 50% chance that you get this grab. You just had the sick read on this little smug boy. You're just in there. You had the predatory influence. So you get that. You get a good fair. I think that DI, yeah, that was good, yeah. Alright, you go for the dash attack. Being lazy, I don't think you get a good clean ledge dash. Also, I hate it when Sheiks do the needle turnaround to get the ledge here, because it's actually not the fastest way to do it. If you want to be fast getting to the edge from right here, you want to be wave dashing immediately. You want to get yourself within a pivot wave dash to the edge. And you can do a walk out of it. You can do a dash for any amount of frames. Pivot's fastest, but if you do wave dash to here and then turn around and then wave dash back, fastball is much faster than this jump needle turnaround. I think you don't even get the short hop, so it's really slow. I understand if you wanted to threaten him, but he doesn't have to be threatened by that much if you're just going to go to the ledge anyways. Here you don't ledge dash. You lose a lot of time. You would have made it if you ledge dash. Gotta grind those. Here, you get a down smash when I would have let rip with an air. There is immediately a situation where you should be saying, alright, fall down air, or fall down fair, because falling behind them is asking to get down smashed. If he down smashed, you would have lost that situation. If he had shielded and rolled out, you would have lost that situation. But instead, he missed. Oh my god. What was that? Dude, this needle was crazy. Whoa, okay, you jumped from there. What? You did a sick drift. You drifted forward, jumped with neutral, and threw from there. Oh my god. What a baller. That's sick. I'm gonna steal that, dude. That hit him from so far away. Oh my god. And down smash does beat that, so good job on that. That was just a sick needle, dude. Freaking brilliant. Props, man. Cool guys don't look at explosions. They blow things up, then they walk away. Oh my gosh. Again with the dash attacks, man. My brother. Can't do that. He came down really late. He did a blizzard and then side beam. So right there, you should already be just... You shouldn't have been going over there. I think you were autopiloting. And then you could either let rip with the needles. You could jump, set up a fair without them being able to do anything. Instead, you dash attack and... Yeah, he goes for the grab. See, that's the thing that I'm talking about. If you hit them at low percent with anything other than like spaced fair, nair, and space tilt, like they're just gonna run up grab. Like even if you do hit them with that, they can just run up grab, and you have to respect it. See, you roll away, and that loses to them just wave dashing to the corner or keeping on running and not doing it, and then they kill you. They grab you over here, and you're dead. So. You gotta watch out for things like that. You turned a situation where you were at complete advantage into a place where you were fearing for your stock. Like, you could potentially lose that entire stock. And he had 2 types of mix-ups on you. And again, Band-Aid, jab, down smash. Don't do that. And then you did the same thing as before. See, that's a problem with this matchup and a lot of Sheik camp matchups where you are going to have to... keep doing more situations unless they're I like monkey business unless they're being slow then and they're not adapting to you, then doing the same oh god, what am I going to doing the same needle and fair timing is going to get you killed because they're going to remember, they're going to play around it. Like this exact situation happened. Again, you could have needled with the full needles. Instead, you game out. Needles even beat Blizzard. It just ends up with nobody at advantage. And then you do the needles. You even had the setup. And then run off fair. This fair is not even safe. I promise. He gets the landing right when you are. And you down smash as he grabs. If he had down smashed, then I think it would have clanked. And regardless, he should have been holding down and just killed you. Alright. Let's see how much percent it does to you. It does 12. So it was stale by 1. So it wouldn't have been safe on shield from this either because you do it really early. And then you do the down smash, which... does get the hit, but again, you need to be doing that Isaiah drop. As you land, you can use either that frame, or as you land with the needles, you still get the same landing animation, and you should be Isaiah dropping right there. Watch Flash Sheik to get that. Alright, F-tilt, fair. I liked it. It was good. You didn't commit to killing her. You have this platform here. You're only at 17, so getting this kill is super legit. Instead, you did this back air, which again will lose to down smash. Down smash right here kills you. You are dead because Nana's coming back. Popo is going to grab you. You're going to die. But instead, you live. Because he didn't do it. You could also snipe him with a needle here. Like, you could jump back to that platform instead of fast following. And then, because the fast follow puts you in a really bad position. And then snipe him with either a horizontal needle, which would hit right there, or jump aerial needle. It's hard to remember these things, but these are things that come from you being experienced in the matchup. And if you want to play this matchup, you have to be executing hard. Like, you can't let anything go because these percent differentials, like like you were at 17 to his like 60, that is huge. Like you have to take advantage of that. Because now you're at 40, and any smash attack will just make you get destroyed. Alright, here you get tricked. Here, if you throw a needle, he either dies or he loses Nana. Because if you throw a needle and it catches Popo as they up B, right here, if you throw that needle right now, Popo is not invincible when they up B. Only Nana is. And if you hit him out of that animation, the startup animation, I think you have like 16 frames or something like that, Nana just drops. Nana just dies, and he has to do normal side B. So it's a guaranteed kill on Nana. Instead, you turn around and thinking going for the back air. Don't let it rip. You needed to intersect with that as he was coming in. You had the perfect spacing for it, too. You knew it. You wave dash, jump immediately, back air. Instead, you get caught by, he only has 4 frames of landing lag. Shoutouts to Fox McCloud. I like the ledge dash, though. When you come back, he's doing unsafe things. That'll never hit you. Like, why would that ever hit you? You're invincible, and if you jumped up with invincibility, you just go straight through it. But you come up, he lands, so he could crouch cancel. But he does something else. So again, this guy does not know how to hold down. Okay. Forwarder. You get Nana. You lose to that interaction. And I could tell that could happen because you did this needle turnaround again. You didn't come down here and get your solid footing. When you're in the air, they know where you can be, man. So you gotta suction your cup yourself down. Here he's in the good position. If you took Nana out of the equation right here and you just looked at this screen, I would say that Sheik is about to get worked because Sopo can do all the work. He can cover here. He can shark all this while falling down with an up air. It's great. It's great for him. He is really slow to get coverage. So again, these are small Ice Climber's mistakes. You do another dash attack. Bad. I think I could count the dash attacks, and if you were playing against Grayson, he'd probably kill you. I'm being really harsh about it because I've gone through this pain and this suffering of being aggressive and feeling myself, and then you make one of these like 30% plays. Ooh, sick. And then it just doesn't work out and you die. That was a good up smash. Good recognition on his percent. He could have just grabbed the ledge, so I don't like the needles. But good up smash. Keeping your moves unstaled. Showing him who's boss. No techable. Alright. Again, you're only really throwing the needles. Like, you have this angle to throw them at, like as you fall from here, the top platform here. That's when I usually like to throw them, because it makes use of your time that you are already using and has a more immediate effect on the spacings. Because he has to do something while you're up there, or else you could go over there or something like that. So if you threw them right here, it would catch everything other than him spacing really far. But instead, you are still facing the wrong direction. And that's a problem with Sheik movement in general, and something that I need to work on myself. Is that you need to always keep your character facing them. Melee is a beautiful game where you can jump at your opponent facing the other direction, and then still have all the confidence in the world that you're going to beat them up. You can't really do that in other fighting games, but in this situation, you just want to be facing them because you're far away. You have to get to them. So instead, you let fly those needles. It's the same situation again. You need to incorporate more spacings in situations. Also, I haven't seen you shield at all on these platforms. You're just moving. I'd say shielding on the platforms, even if you can't shield drop, is pretty decent because eventually they're going to call you out. Again, you get away with more dash attacks. That was a death. That should have been something. Let's see if he gets the edge guard. Good recovery. It's always good to threaten poof because usually Nana will get hit around here. Even if he was still on the ledge, you can poof Nana and make it so that his punish isn't as good. He might have to just aerial you. Instead, he did a super good get up, I guess. Oh no, you fast fell. Don't do that. Okay. Last stock. See, this is a much closer game than it should be. and you do a dash attack on his shield at 0. You were still invincible, so you didn't really risk that much, but at the same time you gave up all your advantage. There you could hit Popo. Oh, it was up B. Could have hit him. He's not invincible. You were. You get the kill, and let's see. Yep. I felt like you were going to go immediately for the aggressive option because you've been doing it and you're not respecting his chain grab, even though he showed you on the very first stock that he would do it. And here he's going to get it. I think he got hit here, or no? He just shielded it. So you hit him. He already was in a defensive position. And that's why you felt like you should be aggressive, is that you were on the offense. You had all this advantage because he had to land. He still has backwards momentum. And you're at a good spacing. You could do forward tilt, you could jump, you could noodle, all these things. You're at 0. But instead you dash attack. He was already on the back foot. He wanted to get out. He wanted to shield. And his best punish right now, his best way back in this game is getting this chain grab, which he does so. He's not pummeling in between. If he pummeled, you'd take like probably 15% more. 1, 2, 3. His down throw is only doing like 4%. It's not much. And he died. I'd say he should have won that match because he chain grabs you straight to the edge and then forward smashes you, or he forward smashes you from right here. He dies. So again, lots of band-aid down smashes. You dash attacked in neutral, and you camp with the same setup. So those are all big things. I would love to hear your thoughts on it. I'm gonna tune in real quick. Let's see. I love you, Sam. Oh, Austin is no good at this matchup. Wow, Sam. Just because I can't execute it doesn't mean that I haven't seen what you're supposed to do. I can describe to you plenty of chess openings, but I can't always recall in the heat of the battle what chess opening I'm supposed to use. I can't believe Sam's coming in here and talking all this mess. Let me catch up on the chat. I'm going back to Lamau Mod Me. I'm good at this matchup. Why are you watching? No, you aren't. I love you, Sam. I just don't love your ice keys. Yep. Boop, boop, boop. I'd love to see your thoughts and game plan on this matchup on FOD and Yoshi's. I'm so bad on those stages. I would say watch Drug Fox's match against Nintendude. I think they played on FOD twice. I think he lost once and then won once on there, and then also won, I want to say, on Battlefield or Dreamland. Yoshi's, I'm a little bit conflicted on. I would say watch Doimling, or maybe it's, I think it's Doimling, versus Ice. They've had a lot of sets, and they almost always go Yoshi's, and I've learned a lot of setups on Yoshi's that Ice is really good at executing. They're little baits with the platforms that only on Yoshi's does it really work. But it takes a lot of really technical movement. I fastball because I was afraid of the D-smash. See, the fastball didn't help you there, though. Just because Nana's dead doesn't mean you can't be safe. Sopo Tech Chase is too good. It's a chain grab, Sam. Come on. Can you analyze the Fox ICs I did, or would that be too much? I can do that. I mean, it's not that bad. Or the Wafus set. You have to donate to to get that. No, I'm just kidding. If you submit a cool song to me, then I will do one of your matches. Alright, I love you, Austin. Dude, I'm getting the love choo-choo trains. Holy crap. I'm still aggressive AF. You getting used to applying patience as Sheik, and it's been doing wonders for me. But really, all I've ever known is aggro play. All the top tiers just camp Sheik. Yeah, I mean, I love playing Sheik aggressive, and she affords you the tools to do that. But at the same time, I feel like a lot of aggressive Sheik play is ingrained into people, and you make these snap decisions when instead you have a much more nuanced decision to make in front of you. So there's a difference between aggressive and always choosing the option to hit them. So it feels like you're always throwing rock. You're doing a lot of cool movement in between, but at the end of the day, you want to throw rock.